Hello, welcome back to Books with AR. We're diving back into the profound and epic world of Renegade Immortal. When we last left Wang Lin, today we'll see how he navigates that challenge and gets one step closer to his destiny. Let's get started. Chapter 6. Insults. Taiju was silent as Wang Zhuo, in a derisive tone, said, "I have said before that this kid didn't have any talent. All he did was go and lose face for our family. I passed on the first test, so I didn't see him until later on. A few days later, I heard that he failed all 3 tests. He might as well not have gone. I would have preferred it if fourth uncle's son had gone instead." Taiju's fourth uncle frowned and said, "Wang Zhuo, even if you're going to become an immortal, what can you possibly know about what my son can or can't do? The audacity!" There was a flash of coldness in Wang Zhuo's eyes. He quietly laughed, but didn't say anything. Taiju's father suddenly looked like he had aged more than 10 years and fell down to his seat. Taiju's mother was also shocked. She couldn't believe what was happening. She asked, "Taiju, is this true?" Taiju bit his lip until it started bleeding. He fell to the ground and kowtowed a few times. He whispered, "Mom, Dad, Taiju wasn't selected by the immortals. I'm sorry. I will repay you both in the next life." Taiju's mother realized her son was in despair. She quickly ran and helped Taiju to his feet. She whispered, "Child, don't worry. So what if you weren't selected by the immortals? Next year there is the district exam. Child, don't be so hard on yourself. Don't do anything stupid either. Your father and mother expect you to be at our funerals." Taiju's father snapped out of his daze. He realized the kind of mental state Taiju was in. His heart trembled, and he quickly ran up to his son. Holding him, he nervously said, "Taiju, you better not do anything stupid. Listen to your dad. Let's go home and study hard for next year's district exam." The surrounding relatives quickly moved away from Taiju's family. They all gathered around as if they were watching a show, gossiping and sharing comments about the event unfolding before them. Taiju's sixth uncle quipped, "I always knew that this Taiju kid didn't have any talent. How could he compare to Wang Zhuo?" Totally right. Since this was bound to happen, why act like he was already accepted? How shameful. Lao you are this old already. How could you still do something so stupid? No wonder Dad didn't give you a share of the inheritance back then," said Taiju's third uncle sarcastically. "If I ask me, the story that this kid has always been smart since he was a child was fabricated. It was probably because Lao knew that he himself was a failure. He tried to raise his son's reputation by lying, and now he's been exposed," said Taiju's fifth uncle, whose face had turned ugly. A female relative scoffed, "Out of the 3 children that went to test, only he failed. Taiju is the worst child in our Wang family. Second sister-in-law, I earlier said you had good fortune with second brother. Now it seems like your luck will keep dwindling for the rest of your life." Taiju's fifth aunt also sneered, "Isn't that right? When I went to see Taiju a few days ago, I was wondering how he could compare to Wang Hao and Wang Zhuo at all." Another female relative mercilessly said, "I had already seen that kid Taiju didn't have any talent. Just look at his mom and dad. How could they give birth to anyone good? In our Wang family, only eldest brother and third brother's kids are any good. Taiju, bah, just with that name he sounds like an idiot. I was totally blind back then, about to push my daughter into a pit of fire. Good thing we found out beforehand Taiju wasn't selected by the immortals. My daughter would hate me forever if I had her marry him. Taiju's mom, let us forget about this whole thing. Since your Taiju won't become an immortal, who would want their daughter to marry him? Isn't that like a toad wanting a swan's meat?" In a few moments, all the relatives turned into snobs. They continuously launched a barrage of insults at Taiju's family. Compared to the previous scene, it was like heaven and earth. There were even relatives who went as far as to ask for their gifts back. Seeing his parents' pale faces, Taiju tightened his fist. Listening to all the insults left him wishing he was dead. Wang Zhuo's father laughed internally and sneered, "Lao Didn't I tell you that to become an immortal's disciple, you need fate on your side? How could there possibly be any chance unless you have talent like my son? Yet you seriously believed it would be possible. Now you made your son wish he was dead? Was there a need for this? Taiju's father couldn't hold in his anger any longer. He shouted, "Wang Tiansan, shut your mouth! Back in the day, father on his deathbed left me a part of the inheritance. You worked with the other relatives to steal it away from me, and now you are here insulting me? Do you really think I, Wang Tianshui, will quietly endure this? And all of you people as well. Earlier you were happily congratulating me, and now you are here insulting us? Our son is already in this state, and yet you add insult to injury? Are you all human?" Wang Tiansan paused for a moment and said, "Why bring up the past? I warned you with good intentions that your son didn't have any talent, but here you are being angry at me. With a dad like you, the son won't be much better." All the insults thrown at the crestfallen Wang Lin were like thorns piercing his heart. He coldly looked at everyone and engraved their faces into his heart. I'll fight you to the death." Taiju's father couldn't hold in his anger any longer and picked up a chair. Taiju's fourth uncle rushed up and stopped him, whispering, "Brother, don't be impulsive. Elder brother has many servants. Listen to me. Don't bother with him." Taiju's fourth uncle glared at Wang Tiansan and said, "Elder brother, is that any way to talk? I will not listen to this any longer. If you dare to keep insulting my second brother, don't blame me for not caring about family ties. While the Wang family is big, I have made many friends during my travel. Don't push me to burn it all." Wang Tiansan murmured a few words. He still feared the well-connected fourth brother. "Lao-Si, what you are saying is unreasonable. We aren't wrong in pointing out that Lao Er's son doesn't have any talent. What's wrong with us, the older generation, scolding the younger? What you are saying is too unreasonable," said the family's third eldest uncle with discontent. Let me know your theories and thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed our journey today, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss the next part of our adventure. Thanks for watching Books with AR, and I'll see you in the next chapter.